I froze. My cart was half full. Milk, bread, cereal. A normal day until she said that. I looked at her again. Mid-30s. Calm smile. Eyes that felt familiar. "I'm sorry," I said. She stepped closer and lowered her voice. "You don't recognize me," she said. "But you changed my life." My heart started racing. I ran through every possibility: school, work, an old relationship. Nothing fit. "I think you've got the wrong person," I replied. She shook her head slowly. "No. 10 years ago. Rainy night. Bus stop near the hospital. That's when it hit me. 10 years ago I was broke, exhausted, and angry at the world. I was leaving the hospital after my father passed away. Outside, a woman was sitting at a bus stop, crying, shaking, clearly not okay. I almost walked past her. Almost. Back in the grocery store, I swallowed hard. "You were at the bus stop," I said. Her eyes filled with tears instantly. "Yes," she whispered. "Everyone ignored me, but you stopped." She told me what I never knew. That night, she had just lost her job, her home, and custody of her daughter. On the same day, she said she was minutes away from doing something she couldn't undo. "But you sat with me," she said. "You gave me your jacket. You missed your bus. You listened." I remembered sitting there for nearly an hour. I remembered telling her, "This moment isn't your whole life." I thought it was just something people say. "It was everything to me," she said. "I got help the next day. I rebuilt my life." Then she pulled out her phone and showed me a picture. A little girl, smiling, missing her 2 front teeth. "That's my daughter," she said. "I got her back." My chest tightened. "I've looked for you for years," she continued. "I just wanted you to know. You saved me." I couldn't speak. All I could think was how close I was to walking away that night. How easily this moment could have never happened. She smiled, wiped her tears, and said, "Be kind to yourself. You're a good man." Then she walked away, disappearing between the aisles like it was just another ordinary day. I stood there, frozen, realizing something powerful. You will never know how much a small act of kindness can matter. But to someone else, it can be the reason they're still here. I watched her walk away, but my legs wouldn't move. The noise of the grocery store came rushing back. Carts rolling, a baby crying, the beep of scanners. But my mind was stuck 10 years in the past. I leaned on the cart, trying to breathe. Back then, I hadn't stopped because I was brave or kind. I stopped because I was broken too. Sitting next to her at that bus stop felt easier than going home to an empty house. I remembered how she kept saying, I'm sorry," like she was apologizing for taking up space in the world. I remembered telling her, "You don't need to apologize for being alive." In the grocery store, my phone buzzed. A notification from work. Another reminder of deadlines and pressure. Life hadn't become perfect after that night. I still struggled. I still failed. I still felt invisible sometimes. But now I realized something I never had before. That night wasn't small. It was a turning point, just not for me. I finished my shopping in a daze. At the checkout, the cashier asked, "Paper or plastic?" I hesitated, then smiled softly. "Whichever's easier," I said, because suddenly nothing felt urgent anymore. As I walked out into the parking lot, the sun was setting, golden, quiet, almost gentle. And for the first time in years, I wondered, how many lives are changed by moments we barely remember? How many times have we been someone else's miracle, without ever knowing it? That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying her words over and over. "You saved me." It didn't feel real. Heroes are supposed to know they're heroes. They're supposed to be strong, confident, certain. I was none of those things that night or most nights after. Around 2 a.m., I got up and opened the old box I keep in the closet. The one filled with things I never throw away. Old receipts, a cracked watch, memories I pretend don't matter. At the bottom I found it. The jacket, the same one I gave her at the bus stop. I had forgotten she returned it a week later, folded neatly, with a note tucked inside. I unfolded the yellowed paper, my hands shaking. You'll never know how much this meant to me, but I promise, if I ever get the chance, I'll pass this kindness on. I sat on the floor and let the tears come. All this time, I thought my life was just a series of losses and near misses. But maybe, without realizing it, I had left something good behind in the world. The next morning, on my way to work, I saw a young man sitting on the sidewalk outside the subway, head down, hands trembling, the same look I'd seen once before. I slowed my steps. For a moment, I almost kept walking. Then I remembered her. I took off my jacket and walked toward him, because now I understood something I didn't back then. Kindness doesn't end. It circles back when the world needs it most. He looked up when I stopped in front of him. Same startled eyes, same guarded fear, like the world had taught him not to expect anything good. "You okay?" I asked. He laughed bitterly. "Yeah, just tired." I knew that word. Tired meant empty. It meant done trying. I held out the jacket. "It's cold. Take this." He hesitated, pride fighting survival. Then his shoulders collapsed and he took it. "Thanks," he muttered. "I'll give it back." "You don't have to," I said, sitting beside him. "Just don't disappear, okay?" He stared at me, confused. "Why are you doing this?" For a second, I didn't know how to explain it. How do you tell someone that years ago, a stranger reminded you that small moments matter? "Because someone once did this for someone else," I finally said. And it changed everything. We sat there in silence as people rushed past us, pretending not to see. After a while, he spoke. "I was thinking about ending it last night," he said quietly. "But then you stopped." My chest tightened. History wasn't repeating itself. It was continuing. Before I left, I gave him the address of a shelter nearby and a number to call. He squeezed the jacket like it was armor. As I walked away, I realized something powerful. We don't save the world all at once. We save it one person at a time. And sometimes, the miracle we're waiting for is us choosing not to walk away. Never saw him again. And maybe I wasn't meant to, because the lesson wasn't about recognition. It was about responsibility. Every day we pass people fighting silent battles. Every day we choose to look away or to stop. That night in the grocery store taught me this. You don't need to be rich, famous, or powerful to change a life. You just need to be present. If this story touched your heart, let it remind you to be someone's reason to keep going. Red Heart, subscribe for more real stories that remind us humanity still matters. Thumbs up, like, and share, because someone out there may need this today. Sometimes, the smallest moment becomes someone else's forever.